Hi, in this video, we will talk about super keyword in Java. So what is super keyword? So super keyword in Java is a reference variable which is used to refer immediate parent class object. So in our previous video, we have discussed about this keyword that can hold current class reference. Here, it's immediate parent class object. Okay, if you have implementing inheritance, you have base class and then derived class. So the derived class will means the super keyword will refer to the base class object. So whenever you create the instance of the subclass, an instance of superclass is created implicitly, which is referred by super reference variable. So right, when you create means you have a subclass and superclass. If you create an instance to subclass, then automatically superclass instance is created and that can be referred by super. Okay, so how many ways you can use this? In which places? Super can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable, immediate parent class method, immediate parent class constructor. So the parent class instance variables, parent class normal methods, parent class constructor. Okay, so now we'll see these three things with an example. Okay, let me go to Visual Studio Code. So here I created super demo 1 class, and this is super can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable. So I'm saying parent class means we should have at least 2 classes. So I'll create another class inside this class, parent class, and we are talking about instance variables. So I'll say int num is equals to 100, something like this. Okay, so I have a class. Inside the class, I have one instance variable and the value is 100. Now, if you come to this one, I need to extend this parent. So extends parent class, right? So now we have a inheritance concept here. Now, here also I have, so let me, so public void, I'll take one method. So inside this system dot out dot println, I'll say num. Okay, number. So I'm printing the number. So we'll see what happens when you execute this. So Java super demo 1.java. So I don't have main method. I need to create main method. Public static void main string aux, and I'll create an object to super demo 1 class, and I'll call the method. So something like that, sd dot method. Right, now you try to execute. Now you see that it is printing 100. The reason is when you say extends, it can access its parent class methods and variables. So that's how I'm able to get this value. Now what happens? I have my own instance variable with the same name. So int num is equals to some 20. Let's assume 20. Sorry, 10, whatever it is. So I put 10. So if you try to execute now, what happens? You see that it is getting 10. So how the hierarchy will be? First, it will look into its own class. Okay, it will look into its own class. If it finds, it will take from there. If it is not finding in its own class, it will search in its parent class. So, but I have this with my own class. So then obviously it will take this one. Now take another thing. This method is accepting one integer parameter num. Okay, one integer parameter num. Otherwise, why to take like this? I'll create one local variable. Sorry, now I'll say 50. Now if you try to execute this, You see that 50. So first it will look into its own method. Do we have any local variable with the same name? Then it will take this one. If you do not have this one, whether I have any instance variables in my own class with the same name. So it will take from here. If here also it is not available, then it will look into its parent class. If something is there with the same name, then it will take. But I have my own local variable. Now it is printing what? 50. But now I want to print, means access this one and this one both. So how you can do that? Okay. So for that, let me copy paste this. So if I want to call with the same name, but if I want to call my current class instance variable, then what we'll use? We'll use this keyword. So this will refer to current class. Okay. Now obviously it will take 10. Okay. Now, but this is not my intention. I want to call parent class. So how you will get that? Using super keyword. So now if you use super here, super.num, then it will refer this parent class num. So obviously it should be 100. So we'll execute. It has to print 50, 10, 100. You see that 50, 10, 100. So this is how you can call, means you can refer immediate parent class instance variable. This is parent class instance variable using super keyword. Okay. So this is one. And the second one, what is that second point? I have taken one more class called super demo 2. Super can be used to invoke immediate parent class method. Okay. So same way, I should have two classes. I'll create another class parent class again here also. And here I'll create one method. Method name is method. And here system.out.println. This is parent class method. Okay. So I created one class. Inside that I have a method. So now if I extend this parent class here, parent class. Okay. So now again I have the same name here also. Okay. Method same name. This is current class method. This current class method. So now what I'll do, I create one more method while show results. Right? Show results, and I'll call one method called method. Okay. So method. So now I'll create main method public static. I'll create an object to this super demo 2. SD is equals to new super demo 2 and SD dot show results. Right. So what happens? It create an object. I'm trying to execute the show results method, this method. Inside this, what I'm calling method. So method means where it will go, this method, and it will print this is current class method. Okay. So let me execute this. This is current class method, but my intention is right. Super can be used to invoke immediate parent class method. So here and here both are same name, but when I try to execute, obviously first it will search in its own class. If it finds in its own class, then priority will goes to that, and because of that it is printing this one. But I want to execute parent class method. Then what you need to do? Super dot method. So super refer to what? Parent class, immediate parent class reference. So with that reference, if I'm calling this, then you can do this way also. Parent class. Okay, before this, let me do this. parent class PC is equals to new parent class PC dot method. But normally we will do like this. Right, we are getting both, but if it is normal way, but here we have a inheritance and I'm doing with this for my parent class. So why to do all these things? We have simplest way, that is called super keyword. So these two lines will be replaced with this line, super dot method. So both are same. So if I try to execute now, I should get the same output. You see that this is when executing this method, this is current class method. If it executing super dot method, it is executing this is parent class method. So that is how you need to use super keyword to refer parent class method. Okay, so that is all about this point. So what about third point? Super demo 3. Super can be used to invoke immediate parent class constructor. In the previous example, we have seen parent class method, here parent class constructor. So I need to create a class, same parent class. I am giving the same name. The constructor means should have the same name, and system dot out dot println. So parent class constructor. Okay, parent class constructor. Here also what I will do, I need to create, first I need to make a relation. So extends parent class. Now what happens here? Super demo. So I created one constructor for this class. So I'll reuse public static void main. What happens here? If I create an object for this class, then what happens when you try to execute? Automatically, no argument constructor. If it is there, yeah, it is there, then it will execute. Okay, so if it is executing or not, we will check with system.out.println. So current class constructor. Okay, current class constructor. Right, if you just execute now, if you execute now, you will get only by coming both. Yeah, so automatically it calls current class constructor. Okay, but even then I want to use current class constructor. Okay, so instead of this, let me try this way. Public void. So method, inside this method, I will write super. Okay, super, and I'll call this sd dot method. So what happens here? Will it execute? No. Call to super must be first statement in constructor. So super must be first statement in constructor. Right. So because of that, I cannot use like this. Super should be used in this constructor. So what I'm doing, I am commenting this, and I don't need this one also. So I need to call superclass constructor where? In this constructor. If you are not using also, automatically it is calling. But with the help of super also you can do that. How you can do that? Just super. That's it. Okay. But it will not execute. We'll get an error. So super call must be first statement. We already saw, right? So it should be here. And previously when you execute, you see that first parent class constructor only executed. Right. So, but with the help of super keyword also, with this method also, you can call the parent class constructor. So no change. You see that same thing. Okay. But to see the difference, we can use in this scenario also super. So super can be used to invoke immediate parent class constructor. Okay. But if you have anything here, string is something like this, and I do not have this one. You see that parent class in class parent class cannot be applied to given types. Okay, no arguments. Actual and formal argument list differ in length. So it is not matching. So we are getting an error. Right. So this is how you need to use super keyword in Java. Okay. Three things. What are those? Super can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable, parent class method, as well as parent class constructor. So we have seen these 3 points with different examples. Okay. So what could be the possible interrogations from here? What is super keyword in Java? How many ways we can use super keyword in Java? Okay. So that's all in this video. Thank you.